Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show.
Hello everybody, this is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show. People are always asking me wonderful questions, and I want to get it on tape. Yes?
All right, my question actually goes back to the daylight diet. And I can see where it's easy, you know, in the summer, even spring going into fall. What if you're someone that has a job that winter, you're getting up when it's light out, you're not getting home till like 6 o'clock, and you've maybe got 20 minutes for a very rushed lunch, so you don't have quality time to eat during the day. How would you manage that?
Well, it's a great question. He's like, it's a great question with intensity. The question was, you know, if you don't have a lot of time during the day, how do you be on a daylight diet, you know, and you have more time to eat at night when you're relaxed and so on? Well, you know, we have to look at our whole lifestyle in general, and like I know people that say I work at nighttime, I can't do the daylight diet. You know, and I'd be like, well, you work a daytime job and you eat all night, so why not work a nighttime job and eat all day? But from your particular question is, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. And if you have 20 minutes during the daytime, if you're eating 2 times a day, let's say in the wintertime when the days are short, and you only have 20 minutes for those meals throughout the daylight, and everyone has 20 minutes a cigarette break, instead of eating a cigarette, make it your fruit break or something. So you have your 2 meals during the day. If you have to make the food beforehand and bring it to work, the brown bag in it as we used to call it, well, do that. So you can make some beautiful, wonderful, at nighttime when you're not eating, that'll give you more time to make food so you can eat it in the daytime. There's your answer. Or if you work in a city or an environment where you can get a salad for lunch or something, it's never really an issue. If you can't get it at night, you could certainly make. If you can't get it at day, it's better to make it your own anyway. But make it the night before, and certainly eat it the next day. It's totally fine. But it's going to do much better for your body than if you eat it at nighttime. Much better. And if somebody doesn't have time the whole day to eat, you need a new job because you know.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking like, you know, specifically in the middle of winter where you're getting up. You know, I might leave at 7 and it's still dark out. So I mean, I can make breakfast and probably drink it through the morning if I have
Okay, let's give you an example. Here's an example. It's nighttime, it gets dark, the light doesn't come up till 7:30, you leave your house at 7 a.m., what time do you come home?
Depends on the day, but probably in the winter, probably 5 or 6.
Okay, you come home 5 or 6, it's dark out before you go, it's dark out after you go, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make in my house an almond milk. I'm going to make in my house, I'm going to put in a bottle. Do you drive to work or take train?
No, I drive.
Okay, so I'm going to have an almond. Is it dark by the time you get to work?
Usually, no.
Okay, I'm going to make an almond milk, and on my way to work, I'm going to drink it in the car as I'm going there. I believe me, go on YouTube and see the almond milk shake I'm making. It will fill you up. It'll keep you full for quite a while.
So at that point, don't worry about waiting the 2 or 3 hours into sunlight. Just when you're
when the sun comes up, you're going to eat. You know, or even if you want to wait 2 or 3 hours. But even if you have to eat at that point, but wait 2 or 3 hours even. But you're drinking it. You could drink at work. I assume you're allowed to drink at work.
Yes, and I like freaking out my students with different colors. So
okay, so another thing you do, if you get a lunch, do you get a lunch break at all?
20 minutes.
So then during your 20-minute lunch break, whatever you've made the night before or early that morning, that's what you eat. And that should fill you up just fine. Now, if you come home at night and you're still hungry, do a green vegetable juice. And that's it. And the earlier you get to sleep, the earlier you get up, and the more you can start your day. So, you know, it's your schedule. You know, the more you play around with it, you'll figure it out. But don't let that stop you from trying this.
I wouldn't. I was just wondering.
At least if you're going to eat at nighttime, for some reason, you know, make it as light as possible and as early as possible. Okay. What time do you get home, by the way?
Depends on the day.
But you're a teacher, so you're not getting home at like 8, 9 o'clock at night.
No, not usually.
Okay. So, yeah.
Why don't we take one more question if we have one out
right there?
Ilona and baby Ivana, she's making friends with Noah. We have a question. In your opinion, if there is correlation between what we eat and sun exposure, it's like if we eat a raw food diet, we are less possible to get sunburn.
Okay. The question was, if we eat a raw food diet, are we less susceptible to get sunburn or not? Well, what it really comes down to is, number one, sense. You don't want to stay in the sun all day. The longer you stay in the sun, you're going to get sunburn regardless of what you're eating. However, if you're in the sun, which is important for a little while every day, what I have found is a big problem is most people, when they're in the sun, they use sunglasses. And sunglasses it tricks the optic nerve in the eye to thinking it's nighttime, and the protection on the skin is its lowest. And most people that wear sunglasses are the ones that get sunburned. I stopped wearing sunglasses, and I don't get sunburned. I don't stay in the sun forever, but I don't get sunburned. Another thing is, don't eat with sunglasses. because it's the same thing with digestion. It tricks the optic nerve into thinking it's at nighttime. So even if you're eating in the daytime with sunglasses, it's still going to have an effect on your digestion. So yes, if you're eating a raw diet, your body's going to do what it's supposed to do to its fullest capability, and that is when it's daylight, the protection on your skin is going to be at its highest. So definitely, if it's during the day and you're in the sun, it will protect you a little. But if you wear the sunglasses, it could mess that up. So, okay, one last question of the night. Who gets it? Who gets it? Okay, right over there.
Hi, my name is Millie, and my question is, I work from 10 p.m. to 6:30 in the morning. And then as soon as I get home, I sleep, and I get up at 1:30.
Okay.
Do I have any hope?
Definitely, and this is a common question I get. You work the graveyard shift. First of all, if you're interested in health, when I tell people I work at nighttime, there's a reason why they call it the graveyard shift. So you really want to be careful. It's not healthy to work that kind of hours. I know you love it, but it's not healthy. I know, but I'm just telling you, it just really goes against. I work that shift.
What ends up happening to me?
Well, with the daylight diet, I don't tell anyone that's working a nighttime job that they should stop immediately, but I do tell people that it gives you all day to find a daytime job that you love that can be even healthier, because if you love your job, it means that you have the capability of loving work, so just love something that you can do at healthy times. But with dieting, like I said earlier, there are people that work all day and don't eat till night. The average person will work all day and eat the majority of their food at night. So if you work all night, just eat the majority of your food during the day. But as from a time-wise thing, give it time. You go to work at 10:30, right?
Oh, from the minute that I wake up at like around 1:30 p.m., I'm eating all the way to maybe like 6 p.m.
Okay, and it's mostly daylight when you're doing that.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all you need to do.
And I'm fine?
That's fine. That's more than fine. That's like 7 hours of eating food. That's more than fine. You're overeating. Forget about the daylight diet. You're just overeating. Now, if you're eating good quality food.
Oh yeah, I do like the first thing I do is like lemon and honey in the morning.
Sure, if you're doing good quality food. Now, if you get hungry in the middle of the night and you can't juice at work, if you did, you want to keep it really light or something, and try not to eat in the middle of the night. Maybe as close to sunrise in the morning when the sun's coming up might be a little better. Maybe bring an apple or a piece of fruit, when you're coming home, if you're really feeling the need for food. But you shouldn't need it if you're eating from the time you get up till the time you go to work. That's wonderful, and that should be fine. Don't let a nighttime job stop you from doing this, And if you are at a nighttime job, eating in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning is not wise. So it's just not healthy. It's just not healthy to do that. It goes against what we were designed to do. But working at night, it really goes against everything that we're supposed to do. Because we're supposed to be sleeping at nighttime, and it really messes up. It's like daylight saving time. It really messes up also. Messes up our whole digestive and internal system. And you might be feeling fine now because you've adjusted to it, just like the average person is adjusted to McDonald's, and not feel sick. But it's not ideally the best thing to do. And, we're all in situations, but we might not be able to change them immediately, but you want to start working towards that. So seriously, try to take a couple of hours a week or even a month and see if you can find a job you love just as much in a daytime hour. This is Paul Meeson for the Raw Life Health Show saying thank you for coming, and come see another lecture soon.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show.